What you're about to watch me review is, to me, one of the most one-sided, ill-informed, be it purposely or not, unbalanced, unfair smear campaigns disguised as a debate and as a current affairs show. I know I'm a couple of months late, as this was recorded way back in April, and I wanted to do a rebuttal way back then, but I realized, unlike this atrocious host and the rest of her producers, that this deserves more respect and nuance when reviewing this information. So, as I rebuttal this video, I will address all the mentioned studies, references, claims from both sides. But I will say, before we start, this host, my goodness, Gargacia, what the whoa, this host I cannot stand, oh my god!
I've got to get out of here! Calm down, get a hold of yourself!
Stewardess, please let me handle this.
I've got to get...
Calm down, now get back to your seat. I'll take care of this. Calm down. Calm down. Get a hold of yourself.
Doctor, you're wanted on the phone.
This host is heavily disappointing, to say the least. I had huge amounts of respect for her, but after I've watched a couple of her episodes hosting the debate show, my goodness, she has turned feral, full-on retard. She is no better than basically Goebbels. Yes, I said it, she's no better than the Nazi propaganda machine herself. And I want to review these particular episodes as it offends me, and I am not a person who's offended often. Like, I barely get offended, but this was not only insulting to the rest of the male population, but also the black male population. You will see in the intro, which we were about to go over, this debate is already poisoned from the get-go. It's not a debate. This is a trial. This is a trial of masculinity. And men are being accused of a lot of things. And they need to defend why they even being men. Why do you even have a penis? Why?
I'm Redi Tlhabi. Thank you for joining us. So, in South Africa today, 6 out of 10 men have opted out of their children's lives. How is it that the supposedly strong gender evades this responsibility?
Hold on. Whoa. Eh? What do you mean? Do you know for a fact that those 6 men who are no longer part of their children's life, they actually evaded themselves? Is it not perhaps maybe the mother does not want the father to be recognized as the father? Or maybe the family of the mother of the child says no, because traditionally you have not done the right thing. We cannot add you as the father yet. And therefore you are not recognized as a father, culturally speaking. Because in Zulu culture, for example, if you have a child out of wedlock, you have to pay penalties, rituals to have the child formally recognized, because you have done the wrong thing by having a child out of wedlock. Do you guys mention that? No, of course not. Obviously it doesn't fit the narrative. That will just skew the whole result. It will make it even seem more decent and make it actually not demonize the men, but the point of what you're saying is to demonize the men. What else are you going to say?
Men are said to be protectors, yet in the vast majority of reported rape cases, men are the perpetrators.
Oh wow, that is a low-hanging fruit to go for. But obviously men are going to perpetuate and create more crime. What the hell? We know this from the dawn of time. Men are bigger than women, men are stronger than women. Generally speaking, who kills most? Men. Who robs the most? Men. Who rape more? Men. But at the same time, you also forget, who's the recipient of most crimes? Men.
Men are also said to be smarter than women and capable of leading without emotions. So how is it in an economy led by men, we have state capture and load shedding?
Whoa, what the flip-flop? You just conflated too many things all at once. What does state capture and load shedding have to do with men? Men did not just create that. That's politics. The same politics you actually used to pander to. Or you still do. I don't know. I really haven't been paying attention to you. Anyways, I digress. Wait a minute. There's a lot of women involved in state capture. How about that? Do you actually recognize that? Do you want to admit that? No, of course not. Because Zuma is the figurehead in state capture, therefore focus on that. Load shedding, same thing. There's a lot of women involved in ESCOM. How can you conflate a gender problem with actual politics? How dare you? That is disgusting.
Who gave men the authority to police women's bodies, decide what they can wear and when they can speak?
Hold up. Whoa. Where do you get that information from? Please reference that. Who said men dictate to women how they dress and how they speak? That is absolute nonsense. That is actually cultural. And more often than not, women police themselves. I used to remember when I was a child, my grandmother used to tell my mother how to act as a woman. Never have I seen my father tell my mother how to act. My father would complain, my mother would just snipe back, and my father would keep quiet. Because why? My father basically realized this is an independent, strong black woman. Therefore, I can't just do whatever. She'll go to the cops and put me in jail. I got a career to look out for. However, my grandmother used to snap at my mother all the time. Her sisters used to snap at her all the time. My mother would modify her behavior to satisfy her sisters and her mother. And when she went to church, all those women at church used to snap and make comments about certain things. Oh, you don't pray right. Oh, look at you do. Your skirt's a bit too high. It should be below the knee. That's not how a real woman dress. Women snipe women all the time, and women actually police each other. Women censor each other. Women dictate each other. How dare you say men do that? Please point your evidence as to where it says men are the one doing that.
And what about men's emotions? Is it true that they can't express their feelings and be vulnerable? Are men trash?
Hold on, what the? Huh? Of course, men can express their emotions. And I haven't even gone into this video, and this debate is 1 hour and 45 minutes long. My God, people, bear with me. We're about to go on a whole lot of journey here.
Or victims of racial and economic oppression. What part of our traditional...
What? She just mentioned race? I thought this debate was about men.
Boom, bam, bop, bada bop, boom, pow.
Why are you bringing race into this? I hate race baiters. I hate racialists. I hate racists.
Everything's gonna be all right. Please.
Sister, please, I'll handle this.
I gotta get out of here.
You are a racist right now. What does being a man have to do with race? Seriously, what does it have to do? You haven't said this is a black man issue. You didn't say black men are trash. You didn't say black men are no longer with their children, they are banning them. You didn't say black man this. You didn't say black. You just said men. And now you're bringing race. Are white men economically and racially oppressed? No. Indian? No. Colored? No. Black man? No. What is race have to do with masculinity? Because, newsflash, woman, does not matter what race you are. All men across all countries have the same issues, have the same masculinity issues and crises. They have the same problem, irrespective of race. You flippin' racist.
If we have a crisis of masculinity, what do we do as men and women?
Oh, what the fuck? What the fuck, Mike? Did you just say men and women? Excuse me. When men want to intervene and basically, talk about women's issues and say, hey, women are a problem here, and therefore we need to fix this. Guess what men are told when that happens?
I don't know if you're noticing a theme. Patriarchy. Anyways, I'm not done. Not done. Shut the fuck up. Feminists do not want you.
There it was. There I was thinking it was just me that had a problem, but it turns out it's the air conditioning that's sexist.
Yeah, exactly. And I think, one of the biggest problems is that often in offices, it is men who control temperatures. That's just something I've found anecdotally.
This intro is already saying the wrong things. It's already poisoning the well. Obviously, this is no longer a debate. This is now a trial. Charges are men are trash. Prove that you're not trash. This trial is not constructive at all. This is grandstanding for who I do not know. If you want men to change for the better, it helps not to come from a place of accusation, smearing, negative blaming, and demonizing. I could go on and on, you know. If you truly want men to change for the better, you need to be more accommodating and discuss the real issues men face. And this whole show was just a trial of all the wrong men did without context, without blame to women. Hello? Women are not some monolithic group that are not independent thinking. Men did not ask to be born male. Men did not ask to be stronger than women. Men did not manufacture a vagina and shove it into a woman so they can rape them. Why are we as men on trial for things we did not choose? Also, contrary to popular belief, most men are not rapists, they're not killers, they're not abusers, they're not misogynists, they're not chauvinists. And here's the funny thing, that most of these types of women, not all women, please, these type of women like Redi and the ones in the panel, those types of women, what they forget is that those men who are abusers, who are rapists, who are criminals in general, tend to be raised by single women. That is a fact. This is part 1 of my review, as I'm only reviewing the intro, as you can see here. Part 2 will be reviewing the hideous, disgusting debate and the smearing campaign that went on, as I'm only reviewing the intro right now, as the video is already long enough and I don't want to bore you too much. People have a short attention span, unfortunately.